Um, and they're allowed to, the citizen is allowed through the Sunshine Law to request information about what the state or other public entities is storing and has transferred, but it does cost public money to find out what information that the state has made money in selling about them. According to Missouri Statute 610.026, the state can charge up to 10 cents per page for stolen copies or actual costs of a copy for larger specialized documents. They can apply a reasonable fee for the time of the research to pull those documents as well. And this bill simply streamlines that process and allows for a state citizen to make a simple request to the Attorney General's office through a website to find out which entities have stored or shared their personally identifiable information with businesses or not-for-profits. And I believe this is a correct action to take. It's simply what the federal government and the state requires of other entities. Not only is the private sector moving in strides without any federal regulation or state regulation to be very transparent about what information they're storing or selling. Companies such as Google and Facebook they realize that in order to gain their consumers' trust, they have to be transparent. But government requires also hospitals and other health facilities to reach this level of trust. And I know this from the work that I do in the private sector. Hospitals and medical providers are required to release, upon request to a patient, copies of the electronic medical record. In fact, the government has created a very lengthy list of what has to be available and the way in which those records have to be stored. And we have to release to you records of who has viewed, downloaded, and transmitted those medical records, and when that actually takes place. So, at the end of the day, it's the ethical thing that we owe it to our citizens. I think it's what they're entitled to is their privacy. I'm a fan of The Godfather. I'm sure that you are too, Mr. Chairman. And Marlon Brando once said, "Privacy is not something that we're merely entitled to. It's an absolute prerequisite." At the end of the day, it's your information, and the state should recognize and respect the information that our individuals have given to our state just simply to drive a car or be employed in a certain career in one of our many licensed or to be a license to be employed in the state or to be registered with the state or certified with the state. To give you some facts on what's happening with this data, according to Missouri Statute 32.091, just in fiscal year 12, the department collected a little over $1.25 million from selling our records to other entities. There's two different classifications of groups when you register to purchase information, and one of that classification is the cheaper level. There's 2,053 active users that are able to purchase information, including your personal demographics, your motor vehicle sales tax information, everything about your Social Security number. But if you want to get the Social Security number, the copy of the photo on the driver's license, including your medical information, and how much you pay your motor vehicle sales tax, there's 2,329 people that are registered with the state that can purchase that information. I believe that there's a national trend where the public is losing their trust in government, particularly we're not being helped on the federal level. And so I think it's our responsibility as elected officials to restore the public's trust in us and the information that we're collecting about the government. No one said it best than Stephen King, who said that no one likes to see a government folder with his or her name on it. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I would be happy to entertain any questions on the bill.
Thank you, Representative Burrows. Bill, your testimony, and then move to courts. Any inquiries? Representative McCarty.
Inquire.
Proceed.
So you're not saying they can't sell it, right?
Correct.
You're just saying that people want to know who they're selling it to.
Correct.
Okay. We're not protecting anybody's privacy with that. We're just saying we're going to be transparent about what we're doing.
I think at the very least, the first step we owe it to the public is to let them know what actions we're taking with their personal information.
And if they don't want that action taken with their information,
They have no recourse. Correct.
okay. I'll send them to Gary Cross's office. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Further inquiries? I have one. Representative Burleson, does this affect companies like Carfax that pull information on autos?
Yeah, if that includes your personal identifiable information, then it would, whenever they would pull that information and file it, there would be a record on file with the Department of Revenue, and then upon request, the Attorney General's office would get that record and he would make it available on the website. And we're wanting to work out the details with the Department, with the Attorney General's office to make sure that this is, we don't want to create another place where your information can be leaked. So the website is intended to be designed that it doesn't release anything. You simply go, input your name or your Social Security number, and it's not going to spit back any more information other than what entities of the state are holding that your information, and if they release it to other entities. It's not going to return any more information than what you gave.
Okay. And it doesn't prevent companies like Carfax from functioning.
Correct. They can continue to purchase and get that information. I think that to clarify Representative McCarty's remarks is that I think that to start blocking it would open up potential opposition, and so I'm not sure that I want to do that this time. This is a baby step.
Okay. Further inquiries? Thank you very much, Representative Burleson. Anybody wish to testify in support?
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. Chairman Cooper, I'm here today testifying on behalf of Missourians against Common Core curriculum. We are very supportive of Representative Burleson's bill. As many of you know, we believe completely in the idea of transparency whenever government is collecting data and sharing personal private information about citizens. It's absolutely necessary in our view. We have particular interest, I should say, in student data. That's what we're working on, and that's collected through our school system on our students, and is extraordinarily extensive, potentially much more extensive than this is a start. This is something I think that a lot of you agree. I think I named some bill here, but we certainly say we're in support of it. We probably, if we have our brothers, would like to be a stronger bill, but I understand that since wanting to take an official step. Be happy to answer any questions.
Any inquiries? Thank you very much, Mr. Cooper. Please be sure to fill out a witness form. Any others wish to testify in support? Any in opposition? Any for informational purposes only? Maybe I was going to get you on one.
There you go. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For the record, Todd Smith representing today both Missouri Municipal League and Missouri Association of Counties. Just to raise a concern, we were afraid it's a little overly broad. It says any governmental body or public governmental body that sells or releases any information. And let me give you a couple of examples. Someone almost daily walks into a city hall and asks about utility bills for a house that they're getting ready to purchase. Or sometimes they ask for a neighborhood, and if it's a similar housing development, they may walk in and say, what's the average utility bill for one of these houses? This would, if a realtor calls up and wants to know what the property taxes on it are, he would be the third party there. Some somebody that gets voter registration lists. Maybe there's a special election coming out and he wants to know who the frequent voters are. So we're afraid, not that we're opposed to it, but we're afraid that if the Attorney General sends out a generic letter saying, let me know of every piece of information you share, he's going to be inundated. And then you're not going to find the information that the representative is looking for there. With that, we have to answer any questions.
Any inquiries? Representative Miller. Please proceed.
Thank you. So, if I get on Miller County GIS system, do a circle, because I pay for access, and I get everybody's, I know how much you paid for your house, or how much it's appraised for, how many square feet it is and stuff. There's some days I may do 300. And so they're going to have to track me each time
And turn you into the Attorney General.
I don't, that part doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
I just worry about them tracking me, because I'm a little bit of a, I'll take a big old area and, take a look at it. Sometimes it's simple as seeing who's right and who's left. But, it is a lot of information, and it is open to a lot of people, so I am concerned about that.
And maybe it's a matter of, and I discussed this with the representative earlier, maybe it's just a matter of the very first line there, which is a public governmental body, maybe just identifying that as a state body. And I think that would avoid a lot of problems.
I can't.
Yes.
And I did give the committee an amendment to the bill that would clarify that the information may not necessarily be just house information, it has to be personally identifiable information. So that would be looking at in a search, my personally identifiable information.
Yes.
It would be,
I can do that.
well, if it was to include my personal information in that search, then yeah, it would.
Every search I do has name, address. I'm going to put them on a list. I don't care about being on a list.
The amendments that you're seeing are a couple of corrections that the Attorney General's office asked us to make, just to clarify, and that would be to clarify what is personally identified information. And then secondly, that information can only be, the website is intended that the user is only interested in information about themselves, not just doing anything there. We don't want to create another place where people won't search information.
It creates a place where they can actually look and just see who is getting this information, not look up information.
Correct. And only about you, only about your information.
Yeah, I get that. If you do a search for, you're doing a planning and zoning permit, and you've got, everybody within 150 feet of a certain area, so you're looking up all the names and addresses and stuff, so then, they'll have to track that. Is that correct? The county or the city will have to.
And I'm very open to, this is a brand new idea, so I really welcome the committee's input. How do you think is a reasonable approach?
Representative Miller, does GIS, where's it get its information?
It's the county, it's from the collector and from the assessor.
So in this instance, would, on the website, would it just list GIS as somebody who collected information? Or would it list GIS and Rocky Miller?
It would put the entity or the individual who would purchase that information or collected that information.
So both? Any other inquiries? Representative LaFavor,
Inquire.
proceed.
One of the things I was just thinking, so when I request a transcript from the University of Missouri and say, send this to
Representative LaFavor, is this for Mr. Smith?
whoever, I mean,
If now you can inquire with the representative.
can I inquire of Representative Rosa, Mr. Chairman?
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So if I send the transcript, or I have University of Missouri send that transcript somewhere else, they've transmitted personally identifying information. Would I then be able, so then on the AG's website, I should be able to go in and pull down my transcript? No?
No, you would only see that information was sent and to who.
Not the actual information. So this wouldn't be a workaround where I requested one time from Mizzou and now I can go to the AG's website and give it to Harvard since I'm over there.
I would only tell you that who would basically the information had been released to,
Okay.
and which entity released the information.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
Further inquiries? Any others wishing to testify for information purposes only? Thank you very much, Representative.
Thank you.
We'll now hear House Joint Resolution 15.